Hello, my name is Jen. I am the Unorthodox Healer. This is a general tarot card reading designed for anybody who has Aquarius in their chart. That might be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You can be a cross watcher. To be honest, if you have been drawn to this, it doesn't really matter what star sign or sun sign you are. It might just be that you've been drawn to this intuitively for a reason. This has been recorded the 3rd week of January. Happy birthday, Aquarius. I hope that you have a fantastic birthday when it comes, or if it's already come. I am based in southern Scotland in the UK, and I only do gentle tarot. I'm never going to tell you that anything bad is going to happen in these readings. I'm not going to tell you that you're going to get a puncture, or that you're going to be in the slowest queue at the checkout, or that, I don't know, you're going to get a parking ticket or something. I just don't do that. Life's hard enough without people scaring you on YouTube. So this is gentle tarot. It's a bit of a handhold. It's a bit of a, am I going in the right direction? What might be coming to me? And yeah, it's just gentle help and guidance. So I only take cards to jump out at me, and I tend not to read reversals. This is the beautiful Good Fortune Tarot deck by Barbara Moore, and we shall see, Aquarius, as to what we get card-wise. Now, Pluto has moved into Aquarius from Capricorn, and obviously the Sun is now in Aquarius in your star sign as well. So this is a really, really key time for you guys to be manifesting what it is that you want your life to be like for the next 20 years. We had previously had Pluto in Capricorn since 2008. If you'd had a pretty rubbish time through that length of Pluto being in Capricorn, as I did, then now's the time to make the change and do the differences in your life. I'm going to pick those up because they basically all fell out. Then you need to be manifesting what you want your life to be now, because you will be basically living the life that you create for yourself for the next 20 years. So make sure that it's a good one. Get rid of the things that aren't serving you. There are a lot of other minor planetary activity going on, but I think, Aquarius, from your point of view, this is probably the main thing that you should be focusing on, the manifesting of the life that you want for the next 20 years. So the underlying energy that we have is the King of Swords, and then you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Four of Swords, the Six of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Lovers. So the King of Swords. The King of Swords is somebody who is very sure of himself. He is in control of his emotions. This could be you, Aquarius. This could be something that you aspire to. It could also be a major influence in your life, a person. Doesn't have to be a male. This is just that kings are typically I always say they're sort of the front man of a band. The queens are the ones who are the managers of the band, who do all of the hard work and are the brains of the outfit. The kings are sort of they are the front man of the band. They are the figurehead, somebody that everybody looks up to and idolises almost. And the King of Swords is about being a master of your emotion or your truths in your life. It's somebody who's quite chilled out. You can see that he's quite dapperly dressed. He's at ease, although he has got his sword and it's very firmly sort of point down to the ground. That's showing that he doesn't have to wield it because he has nothing to fear. He's very confident. He's not arrogant, but he knows what he likes, and he's not afraid to speak his truth or to tell you how he's feeling. And again, this doesn't have to be a guy, this can be anybody. But the underlying energy is, and I do think that this is you, that you want to be somebody who can speak up, speak confidently, and be somebody who is well respected. Or perhaps you already are this. So the cards that you have, Aquarius, the Knight of Pentacles with the Eight of Wands, the Emperor, which did come out in reverse, but I did feel as though it was right to turn it up the right way, and the Emperor, which is a major arcana card, and the only other one you have is the Lovers. The Emperor comes with the Ace of Pentacles, and then you have the Four of Swords and the Lovers, and then we end with the Six of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles is possibly the slowest, one of the slowest cards in the deck. He is, he's quite steadfast, he's quite serious, potentially a little bit dull. How he relates to the King of Swords, well, he probably is also in tune with his emotions. He doesn't get overly excited about anything, and Pentacles are about the material wealth, or the physical wealth, or the physical health in your life at the moment. You also have the Ace of Pentacles. Knights are typically the people who are bringing an activity to you. They are the deliverers, if you like. They're the doers. The knights would go out and fight typically in historic times. The page would be the person who would go and deliver a message to somebody. The knight is sort of like the doer and the person that instigates something happening in your life. And then the queens are the ones who are the brains of the outfit, and the kings are the ones who take the plaudits and the hard work that everybody else who are kind of below him in the food chain. Yeah, he takes all of the praise for the work that everybody else has done underneath him. So this is the promise of something happening. But as I said, the Knight of Pentacles is slow moving. He is so slow moving that this mushroom circle has grown around him. To be honest, he would actually be better off getting off this massive hair and just walking himself. But he has good intentions. It just takes him quite a long time to get to where he wants to be. It's interesting because it's paired with the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is one of the fastest cards in the deck usually. But I do feel with this reading, Aquarius, that because we have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is all about truths and being in charge of your emotions, Wands are about opportunities. And I do feel as though you are potentially in a situation where you're feeling a bit overwhelmed with all of the options that are available to you. And the Knight of Pentacles is perhaps giving you a little bit of guidance to say, don't do anything rash. Yes, there are all of these opportunities coming in, and maybe you can't see the wood for the trees, but just stop. Just take a good few deep breaths, because more than one of these wands, of these opportunities, are going to be very fruitful for you. But take your time over which one of these you are actually going to follow. The next two cards we have are the Emperor and the Ace of Pentacles. The Emperor is somebody who is very similar to the King of Swords. You can see here that he's not in quite the same position, but it could almost be the same chap and he's just clean shaven because he still has this sword down. The Emperor is looking to the left here. This is a really beautifully designed tarot card deck here by Barbara Moore, because it does follow the typical Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but it does have some different meanings slightly from what you would consider a normal deck. The Emperor here is looking to the left. That's him looking to the past, and you can see this crow's looking to the past as well. He's also looking to the Knight of Pentacles, and I think that potentially this may have been a situation in the past where you have had lots of opportunities coming and you just haven't known which direction to go in. I think now we can perhaps look at this as past, present and future, that he's in quite a reclined state there. He is almost looking back going, okay, yeah, I had a lot of opportunities come to me. I felt a bit overwhelmed, but I've learned from it. Perhaps you have been able to narrow down what some of these opportunities were and gone, well, that one wasn't for me, don't fancy that one, maybe, let's see what happens. And you have been this Knight of Pentacles where you've been this slightly sobering influence on yourself and have been able to see the truths and the potential outcomes in these situations. So now I feel as though you've learned, you've grown from being this Knight of Pentacles, whereas previously you might have just rushed in to see what all of these opportunities were. The lovely thing with the Emperor is that you have the Ace of Pentacles as the matching card. The Ace of Pentacles is the promise of one of these opportunities turning out really favourably for you. You can see here that the rabbit is holding on to this massive pentacle, and there's a ploughed field and it's ready to sow, and in this case there's being carrots sown. Obviously, allegedly, all rabbits love carrots. So this is this rabbit's dream, that if he puts his pentacle down and goes and sows this field full of carrots, he is going to be not only very well fed, he's also going to be, he's just going to be the happiest bunny in the world, because he's going to have this massive field full of something that he loves. This is telling me that now that you have conquered this, or perhaps you still are conquering this, looking at what these opportunities are and whether they are going to be good for you or they're not, once you realise that you need to take a step back, look at things for the truth that I think you need to use your intuition, you will be able to develop quite a good head on you to be able to see as to what's a good opportunity and what's not a good opportunity for you. And you will have to put the work in, but the promise is there. You have to sow the carrot seeds for the rabbit. If you don't, then this won't come to fruition. The last two cards we have here are the Four of Swords and the Lovers. The Four of Swords, it's interesting because they've both, although swords is typically again about emotions and truths, it's interesting that it is paired with the Lovers, because you can see both of these characters have this heart on their chest. And I think that that is symbolic. The Four of Swords is a card that again, all of these cards are just telling you to slow down and take your time. The Four of Swords is you resting. You can see the Emperor's resting. The Knight of Pentacles, most of the other knights in all of the other decks, except for Pentacles, all of the other knights are moving. They're fast moving. Some are trotting on a horse, some are galloping at breakneck speed. This is saying slow down. The Emperor's pose there is saying slow down, and so is the Four of Swords. this is you taking the time to perhaps rest and learn from these experiences that you had that have made you this King of Swords, or is making you want to be this King of Swords. This is showing that you have these emotions which are not only protecting you because you have learnt lessons from them, but they might also just still be bothering you. You maybe aren't quite at the point where you have learned all your lessons, but take your time. Do not rush into whatever all of these things are, these promises, because carrots take a long time. Okay, not lots of time, but you know, from germinating in the field to being able to eat them, you've probably got 5 or 6 weeks. So potentially you're looking at something which might come to fruition in a month's time. If you're watching this the 3rd week of January, then I would say that maybe this is going to happen the end of February for you. And I think that this will give you a decision to make, potentially on what these, you might end up with 2 opportunities and you don't know which path to take. The Lovers isn't always about having a romantic relationship with somebody. It's also about making a decision, and it will be a decision that will make you happy, but you have to do all this work first. And the last card is the Six of Wands, and that's always a really beautiful card, because that is you celebrating the fact that you have made the right decision. You're getting the plaudits and the applause and the recognition from those around you. This could be the community, this could be the people that you work with, but whatever this is that you're wanting, if you're shrewd, you take your time and you weigh up each of these opportunities and you do the work. You need to make the right decision. And I would suggest that, again, I almost want to say that you sleep on this before you make any rash decisions. That the Six of Wands is really beautiful, because this is you being recognised for what you achieve and what you've done. I hope that's been useful, Aquarius. I am just going to do a quick, oh goodness, where are they? I shall do a quick, these are really beautiful cards. These are actually children's animal oracle cards, but they've all got really beautiful meanings. So can we have, thank you, something for Aquarius. So we have the kangaroo, which says, I always say thank you. And then I have the dolphin. It says, I know where I'm going. The kangaroo, I think that this is also about gratitude. I always say thank you. I think that where we are, the Six of Wands here, there will potentially be people who will be helping you. I'm still not completely sure as to whether this King of Swords is you or whether this is somebody who is going to help you. But I think that you have maybe kangarooed around a lot of these opportunities. I want to say that this kangaroo actually slightly reminds me of sort of this hare that the Knight of Pentacles is sat on. And I think that maybe you have done a bit of sort of bouncing around from one opportunity to another. But be grateful. Again, this goes back to the manifesting of Pluto now being in Aquarius, because without gratitude, we have to show the universe that we're grateful and we're thankful, regardless of how sort of difficult the situation might be. Everything that happens to us has a reason for it happening, and we usually learn a lesson, and a valuable one, from whatever happens, good and bad. So I think when you are in this Emperor position and you are looking back on these times where you've had all of these opportunities, say thank you to the universe, and say that perhaps the opportunities weren't right for you at the time, but nevertheless, always be grateful for what the universe gives you. And you can create your own future and your own wealth and your own opportunities, but you need to tell the universe, A, that you're grateful and that you are open to these opportunities as well. The dolphin is a really lovely card because it says, I know where I'm going. And by taking your time and by being patient, learning from what's happened in the past and resting and just not doing anything rash, I think that you will absolutely know where you're going. And you're going to the Six of Wands, which is this really lovely recognition for whatever this opportunity is that you're going to take up. Aquarius, I hope that's resonated. If it has, I would love it if you would leave me a comment and like the video. I'm trying to grow my channel. I've had a really fantastic surge in subscriptions recently. If you would like to join me, I would be eternally grateful because it really spurs me on to try and do more tarot readings. If this has resonated, great. If it hasn't and you were born particularly at night in the darkness, check out what your moon sign is because sometimes that resonates more than your sun sign does. So Aquarius, enjoy the rest of your January. Don't forget to manifest. Have beautiful birthdays when they come if they haven't already. And I will speak to you again soon. Take care. Bye.